Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. I've always been curious about this one, and now that a friend picked one up, we can finally talk about it. His experience, start to finish. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer shares a mixed experience with this electric bike. Initially, they were captivated by the bike's sleek design and impressive speed, noting the admiring glances and curious questions from passersby. Our reviewer emphasizes the bike's usefulness for navigating from place to place, especially on uphill routes. A particularly praised feature is the well-hidden lithium battery, a design aspect they feel sets it apart from other electric bikes. Despite these positives, this client encountered some notable drawbacks. The first issue arose with the charger, which stopped functioning after a short period, leaking fluid and necessitating a replacement purchase. Another concern relates to stability. The reviewer, approaching the purchase with an eye for aesthetics rather than engineering, quickly realized that the smaller wheels demand constant attention to balance. Even slight unintentional movements of the handlebars can lead to instability and potential collisions. This reviewer also points out the limitations of the suspension system. Given the condition of U.S. roads, the lack of robust shock absorption can result in discomfort when encountering potholes and uneven surfaces. Finally, this client notes the absence of a physical key to power the bike on and off, which can lead to accidental activation. The reviewer hopes that future models will include a key for security purposes. In conclusion, despite the issues mentioned, this reviewer still feels that the bike is worth the investment, highlighting the positive aspects and the bike's overall usefulness.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer wanted to share their experience with this electric bike. They appreciate the inclusion of a horn, which is a nice touch. While the battery life isn't stellar, it's sufficient for their daily commute to and from work. One thing our reviewer suggests is considering a seat upgrade, as the original one takes some getting used to, and a more comfortable option would make a big difference. The built-in lights are functional and effective. However, this client pointed out a potential issue with the brakes, mentioning they tend to wear down quickly. Be prepared to either replace them yourself or take the bike to a shop for maintenance. A handy feature is the folding handlebars, which makes storage easier. The bike itself is relatively lightweight and easy to carry. A reviewer emphasizes the importance of safety, noting that drivers often don't notice cyclists. You absolutely need to be extra vigilant and pay attention to your surroundings. Although the tires and frame are durable, the bike lacks any shock absorption, so bumps can be jarring. On a positive note, it offers a surprising amount of speed for a smaller electric bike and even includes cruise control. They strongly recommend practicing in an empty parking lot to get familiar with its handling before hitting the streets. It is a reasonable bike for what it costs, but be aware the app is not compatible with the model. Most importantly, our reviewer urges caution, reiterating that these bikes can be dangerous if not handled responsibly.
All right, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer is quite pleased with their recent purchase of the scooter. Delivery was prompt, even arriving ahead of schedule, which was a great start. The riding experience is enjoyable whether using just the pedals, a combination of pedal and electric assist, or relying solely on the motor's power. The seat is acceptable, though our reviewer anticipates upgrading it for enhanced comfort. The scooter features a twist throttle located conveniently near the right grip. While the reviewer finds it perfectly adequate, they remain unsure if a thumb-activated or push-button throttle might offer a superior experience. A significant concern is the high cost of a replacement battery, nearly half the price of the entire scooter. Although replacement isn't currently needed, the reviewer explored the cost out of curiosity. The frame itself appears robust and well constructed. However, the instruction manual needs improvement. It misleadingly advises inflating the tires to 100 psi, a dangerous suggestion contradicted by the tire sidewall, which correctly specifies a 30 pounds per square inch maximum. Luckily, this client had the knowledge to spot the error. Overall, the reviewer is very satisfied with this scooter, and its appeal has prompted interest from acquaintances. In fact, they were so impressed that they purchased a second one for their wife. They noted a Pro version exists, but they feel the added cost isn't justified for the limited upgrades such as hydraulic brakes, an additional gear and rear suspension, especially since both models share the same motor and speed. Therefore, 2 thumbs up from this reviewer. Finally, they haven't yet needed to contact customer service and hope they won't have to, so they cannot comment on that aspect.
If this video helped you out, give it a like and hit subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.